For this next segment, I'll be going over the demonology changes. For starters, I have a Felguard, which is now a Wrathguard due to my talent right here, which the Grimoires of Supremacy. So basically, he's the same as a Doom or a Felguard, except he dual wields and a little stronger. So for the first change, you'll notice instead of Soul Shards, I have Demonic Fury, which basically is your resource. You have three forms. In your normal form, you'll generate Demonic Fury with your Corruption, your Shadow Bolt, and your Soulfire. So basically what you want to do is you want to just get as much Fury as you can in this form. This is your form you want to generate this. You'll also notice the Molten Core effect still in this spec, which reduces the cast time of your Soulfire. And so far in the beta it's currently bugged, so you'll notice it's always up. Also, every time you have a Shadow Bolt, it has a 4% chance, or an 8% chance to proc a little Wild Imp, which will spawn and cast little cast damage at it. So for the changes in this form, you'll notice you get an Imp Swarm, which spawns 5 little imps to help attack. And this is a glyph. Normally, you can't get the spell unless you glyph it. For another change in this form, you'll also get your Hand of Gul'dan is basically an AoE attack that's instant cast. You'll notice I just targeted where I wanted to place it. There's a glyph for that. If you don't glyph it, it will just instantly hit that target. It's not a choice of where you want to put it like an AoE. Also, your Dark Soul in this spec increases your mastery by a lot, 1800, which can definitely help you with your bursting damage, increasing your pet damage, and all that. Okay, so for the next form, Metamorphosis, basically you're getting the armor bonus and you're getting a huge damage bonus, and you also get some spell changes. Your Hellfire becomes Immolation Aura, which is as it always was. It looks like Hellfire now though. Your curses now become auras. Whenever you use it, anything around you will get the debuff. As you can see, it's an aura. Your Hand of Gul'dan now becomes a Chaos Wave, which basically is a wave of chaos attacking the target in AoE cone. Your Fell Flame becomes a Void Ray, which basically does Fell Flame damage, but it'll be an AoE attack and hit anything near it. It's like a frontal attack. You'll get Carrion Swarm, which is basically an AoE frontal cone damage, but with the pushback, it will also push the target back. Your other changes are your auto attack is basically a ranged Shadow Bolt volley whenever you attack. It basically does a good chunk of damage, not a whole lot. It's basically like a hunter's auto attack damage probably, or around there. I'm not sure, I don't have a hunter. Your Corruption now becomes Bane of Doom, which is basically the same as it used to be. And you'll also get, instead of Shadow Bolt, you get a Touch of Chaos, which basically does chaos, the chaos instant Shadow Bolt melee cleave. And of course you'll keep your Demonic Leap, which jumps. It no longer stuns the target on impact, but it's just a way to get away. And your final change in this form is your Fear is now asleep, which will put the target to sleep, and it lasts as much as a Fear. There's people attacking this, so you can't really see the long duration. Basically that will consume majority of your Fury and put you back in your normal state. So basically your normal form is just normal damage. You want to gain as much Fury as you possibly can. And then your Metamorphosis is a huge damaging form which you burst, and you can basically tunnel vision now by chasing them and meleeing everything with all your instant casts and instant melee attacks. Now for your final form, you'll actually need to glyph this with Glyph of Demon Hunting. Basically the form gives you Dark Apotheos, which basically all your mastery converts into damage reduction by reduces all your damage taken by 17%, and also all your magic damage is reduced by 15%, so you no longer take as much magical damage. Your Soul Shard or your Soul Shatter becomes a taunt now. Your little ward is immune to all magic damage, or all damage, not just your magical, shadow, and holy damage. Okay, in this form, you basically just gain the wings, and all your abilities didn't really change. It's basically the same as Metamorphosis, except no damage bonus, but it is a defensive stance. Your Shadow Bolt becomes an instant Shadow Bolt, basically, and will cleave anything that's in front of you as well. And and your Fury Ward is basically a little bubble. It absorbs damage, absorbs about 65,000, and pretty much everything else is the same. Hand of Gul'dan is now what you have for this in this form. You still have the Sleep, the Immolation Aura, and all the other abilities. Basically, this is what you want as a defensive stance. Metamorphosis is your offensive, and your normal mode is just the normal mode to generate all your energy. And as you can see, the Soul Shatter is a taunt now. It taunts. This spec is not used. You cannot really tank it, the spec, because you have to swap form so much and you lose all the aggro, and your spells don't generate any bonus aggro. This could be a possible viable flat carrying spec. I have tested it, and so far it hasn't been working very well. Basically, you can just stay in defensive stance, get all the bonus damage or damage reduction. You can pretty much stack mastery and resilience to flat carry. I would do a little spec change though. I would either get your Dark Regeneration, which gives you a huge heal over time effect, and it also gives you increased all heals. And if you combine that with your Hellstone, since it'll give it Glyph, it'll give it 100% more healing, but make it a heal over time. And since it gets a 25% bonus to heal because of the ability this gets, you'll get like you can basically go to 0 health to full in a matter of like 5 seconds. But it has a pretty big cooldown. Or you can go into Harvest Life with Kil'jaeden's Cunning, allowing you to basically cast your Harvest Life while you're running and moving, so you can easily heal while you run. And I would suggest Burning Rush for your faster movement speed, but you'll need a healer with you at all times. And then your Grimoire's Sacrifice, so you can get the bonus health, healing over time effect, and bonus damage without really needing a Felguard out, since he can't really silence, he just has a stun. I will be trying to post a few flat carrying attempt videos in the future to see how it works and see if it's viable or not. But until then, I will make more videos showing you more Warlock stuff. I will also be making videos of my actual live character, showing you a few things, showing you guys a few tips and tricks, as well as other things. I will be showing more beta things. If there's anything you would suggest to be put in here, like if you want to see any examples of other things like pet battles or other things like this, just give me a response in the comments, and I will basically do almost everything that you guys want to see. If it involves another class, it might take some time to get out there because I have to level them up. It takes a couple days to get them leveled max, but I will max out a level and show you guys whatever you want to see. So just leave me a comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.